All right, I think we are pretty much good to go. Let me just remove the long intro. There you go. Hello, everybody. Nice to be back. A new day, a new stream. Let me just share my screen as well over Discord, and then we should be good to go. There you go. No sound. Perfect. Let me know, guys, in the comments area if you can see my screen. Hopefully, it's been big and clear. And yeah, we are pretty much good to go. So, another day, another stream. Welcome to the lab, guys. All good. Thank you very much, Nelson. Just a quick disclaimer for everybody. We are not financial advisors. We are just trying to debunk the market with the tools available. If there are none available, we are actually going to build it, build them, and of course, share them through everybody. Also, if you're being approached by somebody claiming to be us in order to invest into some kind of third-party platform, or to give 1 Bitcoin in exchange of 2, or some kind of shady thing, that's 100% not us. We are never going to contact you first. If you need help or do need to speak with an official member like myself, David, or anybody else, just message us over the general chat or the elite chat inside the Discord server, and we're going to answer to you as soon as possible. If you have any questions during the show, please feel free to interrupt at any moment. This is pretty much like a open mic session. That's the whole purpose of being here inside the Discord server. And also, if you guys are watching this over a different platform like YouTube or X, let me just share with everybody the Discord link. There you go. I hope you guys can see it on the screen right there. And yeah, also, this is being recorded for safekeeping for later, just in case anybody else would like to watch later. Also, if you would like to jump in and speak, just let me know beforehand and I'll mute you over the recording. Or you can just write directly in the comments area on the live stream or inside Discord. So, today's agenda, let me remove that link right there so you can see the whole screen. The date would be 15th of April. Hope everybody had an amazing day today, or will have, depending where you live. If it's morning, late evening, and so on. Today's agenda, pretty stacked. We do have Yuli Bullisher with a new indicator, which is pretty much like a newer indicator, like a new theme as well, on which I'm going to pass my mic a little bit later to Yuli. We also have some new setups which were left from yesterday if we have the time. If not, we're going to do them tomorrow. Also, I'm going to speak a little bit about the AI indicators that I vibe coded, I guess like 2 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. I have the date somewhere, so we can watch their development over time. And also some other news. If you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. So I guess that's pretty much it for me at the moment. I'm going to pass my microphone to Yuli. If you guys do not know Yuli, he's a teacher, an electrical engineering teacher here in the Eastern Europe at the university level. He's been with us for a couple of months now. He's been building indicators for a couple of months already. And yeah, fantastic job so far. We do have about 15 or so indicators so far, which they're going to be released as DavidTech strategies. Of course, with time, we're taking them slowly, making sure that everything is perfect on the DavidTech strategies as well. So, Yuli, how are you doing, my friend?
Hi, Vlad. Hi, everyone. I'm very excited for starting again with these presentations. As you already know, we had the Easter holiday, so that's why we took it slowly the week before and this one as well. So because of that, I guess we should have like an Easter egg for today, like a surprise to say so. Just the idea is partially to not disturb the tempo that we already built, to have like a new indicator every Monday, and by Wednesday to turn that indicator into a strategy to see how the indicator performs by itself. So, because of that, for today, for some of you, you already know that I tried to build that meta indicator based on multi-criteria decision analysis that will help you to analyze multiple indicators and see which one is performing better, like right now, or maybe to see what it didn't work well in the past. For example, in December, with this meta indicator, you can analyze your strategies and your indicators used to trade and see which one was not performing well, and also to understand why it happened. So yeah, for today we have some kind of surprise regarding this indicator, this meta indicator. I will not get too deep into it because it's not yet finished. However, I have done with the code, also with the validation plan. I had a lot of tests to do on it, and by doing that, from now on, I will try to turn that into multiple presentations to really understand what is doing and how you can use it. So later on, I hope as soon as possible, it will be also released. But by that, I am really excited to present you the results. So, firstly, let me share my screen. Let's see. I see AlgoBot has changed his avatar. It seems like he's slicing the market.
Mhm.
Okay, so Vlad, please tell me if you can see my TradingView platform.
At the moment, no. I'm not sure why I cannot see your screen. Oh,
I will
on Discord.
on Discord. No, on Discord. Let me try again. I'm sharing from StreamYard.
You
Should
must
I
share
share
it
it
over
from?
Discord. Eh,
Hmm.
Then I can stream from Discord. That way, people cannot see
Okay, so I will
from
share it
StreamYard.
from Discord then.
Perfect. Perfect.
Let's let's try again. Tell me if you can see it.
Perfect. Just one moment. Let me just record that one as well. There you go, sir. Perfect. Please proceed.
So, this is the multi-criteria decision analysis meta ranker, how I like to call it. Basically, you'll have like two tables, the main table, and here some debug tables on different views if you want to get a better understanding of the results presented here. And this table it's only used for the acronyms to show you what every acronym means. What this indicator does, well, basically is a meta indicator designed to rank competing indicator streams, not to predict price directly. Its purpose is to tell you which input is currently behaving like the most useful decision sensor under the present market regime using a fixed multi-criteria scoring engine rather than ad hoc visual judgment. So the problem it solves is regime blindness in indicator selection. Most traders compare moving averages, filters, or oscillator outputs informally and only discover too late that the best input in trend becomes, I don't know, fragile in chop, or that a smooth signal um, in range becomes lagging in expansion, and so on. So this script addresses that by evaluating each enabled candidate. We'll see that you can have up to 10 inputs on 5 standardized properties. adapting the weight profile by regime, collapsing duplicates before scoring, and penalizing surviving collinear candidates. So the leaderboard reflects informational quality, not cosmetic redundancy. So by doing this indicator, this meta indicator, I tried to treat every input as an unknown sensor. So we don't know anything about it. We'll try to analyze it and tried also to compare with other indicators. So if we go here in the settings, you can see that we can select up to 10 inputs. We can change the name and of course the source. Then we will have some inputs that we can change. We'll not get deeper into this for now, but just for you to know. And also the display here that allows you to move the tables, to view less or more info. Also, I told you about the debug table, so maybe here we can let's just try to see the first one and also maybe the acronym guide. So let's see for here. So for debug L1, this table will appear here and also the acronym, so you can check again what the acronyms means. So what I am proposing for now to test, we are on Bitcoin 1 hour time frame, and we'll add some indicators to see some results. So for example, let's add a simple moving average. So we have it here. Let's say we can change to length 100. So very smoothed moving average. Let's add a weighted one. VMA moving average weighted. Here you are. It's also blue, so maybe you can change this one as well. So let's put here 50, for example, and change also the color. Okay, that's good. What we have, oh, let's add also an exponential moving average. Here you are. Also, let's change the color just to differentiate it and the length. Let's put a volume weighted moving average. Okay. Again, let's change the color. We have this one, we don't have. Good. 50 here. And I don't know, an RSI. Where you are? Where you are, my friend? Relative strength index. Here you are. Let's check if it's on 40. Okay, that's good. So we have multiple indicators, multiple signals that we want to rank them based on the current regime and current movement of the price. So let's set these indicators into our meta indicators. So we said we have SMA 100, exponential 50, weighted one 50, volume weighted 50. We also added the fifth input, RSI 14, and let's select the input here. SMA EMEA weighted. Here you are, volume and RSI. Okay, here you are. Let's let's wait a little bit to load the inputs. So now that we have this, you can see the main table here. At this bar, the engine says the market is currently in range. We have 5 out of 5 inputs, valid inputs. I'm saying that because we have something like let's say safety mechanism to determine if we have like NA inputs, flat ones, too spiky, too smooth, duplicate, and so on. For example, if I enable the sixth input and put again, let's say RSI, let's see what happens. So here you can see that S6, which is also an RSI, it's duplicate. So the table tells me that this indicator will not be considered for the ranking. And we have different other safety mechanisms to say so. So we have 5 out of 5 enabled indicators. They are valid and unique as well. The current life best candidate, it seems to be EMEA 50. So you can see now this one performs the best, but the visible leader is still the simple moving average. That's why it tells us it's held. We'll discuss after. So the ranking is being held because it's not like refreshed live, because it depends on the confidence, which for now I believe we have set it to 15% or something like that. It should be somewhere here. I can see it. Maybe it's here. Confidence. It's below 15. Yes. So because of the confidence, it's too low. That's why we are keeping this indicator as the best ranking, and we are not promoting this one, which is performing better right now. Um, so yeah, this depends basically on the threshold, which should be 70%. So here it is, confidence threshold, it's 70%. So that's why this is not promoted. So here, the leader, we can see in the top row, leader, the SMA 100, the leader now, EMEA 15, view is held. So means the dashboard is intentionally showing the previously held visible order instead of refreshing to the current live order because confidence is too low. So the engine is saying something like, I see EMEA 50 on top right now, but I do not trust the shift enough yet to replace the visible leader. The regime is range, so we have set up different regimes based on the price movement. The confidence is a little bit below 15%. Hold bars 165. So this is the engine warm-up requirement. The code computes it from the longest required dependency among normalization, property windows, predictive alignment, smoothing, look ahead, and regime window. So this information, the need bars, means before this number of bars are available, the engine does not consider the full system mature enough for competitive ranking. Then we have unique active inputs, 5 out of 5. We already discussed this, and the price efficiency ratio 0.1. That is the key regime input here in the code. Regime is based on price only, not on the indicators. So if this value is below 0.15, the regime is range. Also important, range does not mean price never trends visually. It means that over the selected regime window, price movement is inefficient enough that the engine classifies the environment as more sideways, choppy than directional. So we are here in explain mode for this table. You can have like a summary just to see some of the results and the diagnostics to give you more results. Let's see what else we can discuss here. So, of course, I think it have left to us the score, strong, weak, and status columns. So let's discuss this one as well. So, for example, if we take the first input, SMA 100, this is the first in the ranking. It has a score of 57.7%, PS over signal to noise ratio. The weakest part of this input is the predictive alignment. So yeah, status is held. So basically, it's telling us what is the biggest strength of this input. So right now we have PS and as a signal to noise ratio. PS means here, for example, we can check also the table. So it's persistence, and the weak point of this input is predictive alignment. So SMA 100 looks like a very persistent signal to noise ratio, strong, but has some predictive alignment that means it is not currently the best at forward alignment. Next, if we check also the EMEA, we can see we have a better score, strong. For this one, we have predictive alignment and signal to noise ratio, but it's weak on RL, which is the responsiveness and linearity. So this row is quite the most interesting one. Although it is shown in the second position, it has the highest current score and status now. That means that this input is currently the live winner, but the ranking has not been refreshed because confidence is too low. So EMEA 50 is currently the most attractive mix of alignment plus coherence plus signal to noise ratio, but the engine is being conservative about replacing the visible leader. And also, we can check the other scores as well to understand every input, every indicator, what is the actual score, the strongest part of it, and the weakest one as well. In the table from the right, so debug L1, you can see it plots only the first three valid indicators, not all enable indicators. This is just for the readability and performance. So this table is not ranking anything. It is just checking that pre-processing has put different indicators onto a comparable normalized scale. The expectation is around approximately minus plus 2. Is not a hard rule, it is just a sanity guide, meaning everything is centered around 0, broadly comparable magnitude, no source dominating because of row units or scale, and so on. So that's why it also shows us these inputs. If we check the debug level to L2. This one is the most important one. Let's let it to update. So this view, it's basically the best place to understand why the engine prefers one indicator over another. So this view shows raw values only before weighting and before damping. So here we have the PA, the predictive alignment. This is the lagged historical alignment with the return that followed. So higher means better historical alignment. So here we can check which one is the strongest uh, based on this criteria. So we can see that we have EMEA and a weighted moving average. So the faster averages are currently aligning better with what price did afterward. So that's why we have an interest in this criteria. Next, we have the responsiveness and lag. This is an efficiency ratio style measure. So how efficiently the signal moves versus the path it wastes. So higher would mean cleaner directional reaction. RL is, as we can see, it's quite low for everyone. So that is actually consistent with the range environment. So we were quite expecting this kind of results. So none of the indicators is showing especially clean directional movement right now. Next, we have the stability. So this is the inverse volatility of the normalized series. Higher value means smoother, more stable. So, for example, here we can see the highest one is on RSI, uh, followed by volume weighted and SMA. So RSI is based on this one. So why is giving us these results? Basically, RSI is very stable in normalized terms, even though it is not winning overall. So that's why. Next, we have the signal to noise ratio. This rewards coherent signal relative to its noise. So we can check also the best results we have for EMEA and weighted EMEA, and the lowest one we have for RSI. So the averages are currently cleaner than the oscillator. And the last one, we have the persistence, PS acronym. This is the correlation of the series with its one bar lag. So positive means persistent, negative means oscillatory or reverting. We can see that all the moving averages are extremely high on the persistence, while the RSI is slightly negative. So as a conclusion, we can say that the moving averages are persistent filters, while RSI is an oscillator. That one row alone explains why RSI ends up last despite having um, the best stability. We can also check the third debug level just to make an idea what we can see here as well. So this is related to regime and active weights. The engine is currently saying something like, this is not a clean directional regime. I care more about stability and signal quality than about fast response. That's why we can see that stability and signal to noise ratio matter most. Persistence as well still matters. Um, Predictive alignment as well, but it's less than in trend, and the responsiveness and the linearity matters least here. So L3 debug level explains the scoring context. RSI gets a boost from the ST, the averages get rewarded on signal to noise ratio, predictive alignment and persistence, and so on. And the last one, the L4, stability. Here is where you see the engine's professional behavior layer, to say so. So what row, damp, and final are telling? Well, the row value means current weighted score before smoothing. Damp, it's an EMEA smoothed score, and final is the damped score after any collinearity penalty. So we can check here, for example, SMA, row 55, 58, 50, 58 again. So SMI is still the displayed leader, but its current life score is no longer enough to keep it on top life. It is being preserved only by the hold logic. So that's why we can see these results in the main table. So the single most important takeaway from this run is this run is telling a very coherent story. On Bitcoin time frame 1 hour, which is being classified as range because price efficiency is low enough. We have this regime, and the ATR percent is not high enough for volatility override. In this regime, the engine values stability, signal to noise ratio, persistence, predictive alignment the most. The moving averages dominate because they are highly persistent and have good signal to noise ratio. However, confidence is only 15%, so that's why the engine refuses to visibly promote the EMEA 50 over the SMA 100 yet. So the dashboard is basically saying something like, I currently lean on EMEA 50, but not with enough confidence to replace the visible leader. I am staying like conservative. So if you are using this as a selection quality lens, the message is not buy because EMEA 50 wins, but it is something like among these five candidates, EMEA 50 currently behaves best, but the regime is still range-like and confidence is low, so do not overtrust the shift. So yeah, this is so far the results of this meta indicator. I will try to make some very good presentations that follow through the concept and through the theory and understanding everything that it is saying this. So beside the fact that you can use this meta indicator in live to compare, to rank different indicators and to see which one you should use it like right now, you can also try to use it maybe on some past events to see what it doesn't work then there, or maybe how to improve different scenarios. So yeah, this is for now. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me.
Awesome work, Yuli. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome work indeed. I was wondering if it's like, so for example, your meta indicator would show that two indicators are doing very well. If it's actually a good idea to mix them or just follow the best one, or you should
uh,
maybe stick with the classic system like a main indicator, something like a confluence, validator, something with volume, and so on. So building like a system around it.
so this meta indicator, I see it like for, I don't know, for very professional traders, but also for newer ones. So for newer ones, you'll just put, you'll throw like up to 10 inputs there, and it will tell you which one is the best, and maybe you'll try to use that to make some strategies. For the very professional traders, which have like a very good understanding of the market and of the indicators, I guess if you are comparing maybe, I don't know, an oscillator with a filter with, I don't know, something else, then you will better understand what is happening in the market now. So it will help you to adapt your strategy based on this ranking. So it's quite hard to say it like that because this indicator, it will not tell you like do this now because of that. It will say something like this is actually the best now, but for this regime I have this confidence. So yeah, it will help you in making the decision. It will not make the decisions for you. So yeah,
Okay.
it's it's quite complicated because if it would give us like the best every time, it would be too easy, you know.
Well, it can be easy when it can be complicated, right?
Yeah, so yeah, I believe it's just a tool that can be used by everyone, and for sure the most professional ones um, can let's say outperform their indicators and their strategies based on this kind of information.
I wouldn't scare everybody like, hey, you have to be professional to be
No,
able
no,
to
not
use
not
this.
not at all, not at all. As I said, if you are new to this, you just put a basket of indicators there. It will say to you, this one is the best. You'll try that one and you'll see for sure some, let's say, good results. Not the best one, but for sure some good results. So it will help you in making some kind of decisions.
Awesome. Definitely something worth looking at whenever it's going to be released.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, guys, I think we have a couple of minutes left. Let me just share my screen very, very quickly and update you with the AI indicators I vibe coded to be more precise a couple of months ago. Again, thank you very much, Yuli, for the work. Amazing work. I see everybody is enjoying it. Very successful so far. Thank you very much. Let me just share my screen very, very quickly. This one. And this one. There we go. So my AI indicators, which I web coded a couple of months ago, it's pretty much the reasoning that ChatGPT 5.2 had whenever it was released around that area. So a couple of months ago. Also Gemini 3.0 Pro and of course Grok 4.20. So with the ChatGPT one, the results are kind. So if I remember correctly, it was something like 60 something percent in the win rate. We are just doing win rate just because of the sake of being very fast. For some reason, doesn't want to load. Not sure why. Let me check again. Maybe there is like a limit of tags or whatever. There you go. So we had ChatGPT at 65% win rate. We dropped a little, 63.9. So let's just say 64%. Let's check a trade from the more newest ones. Let me just zoom in a little bit. There's some inactivity right here as well. For some reason, maybe doesn't like the trend or something. So let's just take this most recent win and see the reason behind it. I suppose around here, I guess. There we go. So for me to explain to you guys, these are a little bit different than how we are used to with the David Tech indicators and strategies. The ones that we are used to, they are more about things that happen within one candle. And if they stay active, the conditions, we are going to place a trade as soon as that particular candle, which is like the trigger candle, closes. These ones are a little bit different. These ones wait for the conditions. And whenever they happen at any moment, they will have a level of entry, and that level must be achieved in X amount of time. X amount of time would be a multiple time of the chart time frame. For example, if we enter the input as 5, it would be 5 times 5 minutes, so 25 minutes in order to have a valid trade. You can definitely see, like, so far, I don't think this one shows, but the other one does. We do have, again, these are pretty much the first versions. I was more interested in the reasoning rather than the I don't know, the tables and everything. The info to be as accurate as possible, not into the UI and everything. We had 832 trades. We did the win rate of about 64% up until now. So yeah, pretty much losses, the 2 losses just after that. So let's see very, very quickly the trades. I must be very, very slow in order to not skip them. There you go. So we had this trade over here, which was of course filled because the price went to this level. It's a buy, so the take profit will be here and the stop loss would be there. Let's see what happens. And of course, it's going to be a win, like it was shown earlier. So this needs a lot of more testing just because of TradingView not really doing so much well with these triggers happening, not really at the candle close, but within the candle movement. So I suppose right after we get Bull Trends, the new website, the revision of Strategy Factory into a better shape, we can of course look into these and of course release them. Very, very quickly going to jump into the ChatGPT, the Gemini one, I believe it was this one, which had like a 90 plus something win rate. We can definitely see that the win rate stood out. So it's still 92%. Again, conditional orders, same like previous. Grok, I think, lost its edge. I don't remember if I noted somewhere, but I believe I just finished coding it, vibe coding it, however you wish to call it. And as soon as I've done it, I just left it. So there was no checks, no, not so much written information. So let's see if I've written somewhere anything about the performance. So we had ChatGPT incubation, 65% win rate. No, it was just left around here. So I finished coding the strategy on February 7th, 2026. So yeah, we can basically try to manually backtest and see if the orders actually match the outcome of the indicator, because it's very important to see if it's repainting, if it's doing something weird. For example, again, TradingView loves your strategies to rely on the candle close. These ones, not so much. They are relying on the conditions to happen at any moment. Doesn't matter if it's the candle start, the middle of the candle, or whatever in between. And of course, candle close if nothing. That's pretty much it. And yeah, we're going to take a better look at these as soon as we are done with the rebranding of Strategy Factory. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't think we have the time for the new setups. I'm going to include them in the tomorrow's show. We do have about 12 left, so I'm going to rush tomorrow very, very quickly through them so we can cover everything. In the meantime, let me check if there is any question. Zorba the Greek, hello as well. And also everybody else which just joined, welcome to the stream. Also, I see so many people watching us over X. Let me just pop up the banner, guys, over X and also over YouTube. If you wish to join our Discord server and be more involved within the community and also within the live stream, you are free to join inside the Discord server. These meetings are happening pretty much daily, the working days. And yeah, I'll be more than happy to welcome you inside the Discord community. So moving forward with the presentation, I'm going to wrap up things. So we do have the performance update. As you might be familiar, we are pretty much in the top traders, copy traders within the exchanges. You can see definitely some of the community members. Also, we've been notified that one of our members are in the top 1% on the exchanges. For example, Phishing is in the top 1.3%. Also, guys, I would recommend you to check out his project, Trade Harbor, on which you can have a dashboard of your portfolio and see more closely and more in detail the happenings of your account. Feel free to check it out. It's trade-harbor.com.au. Also, if you want to visit his $1,000 challenge, feel free to check it out. Also, huge shout out to Trigger.trade, your reliable bot service. You can connect the David X strategies very easy to an exchange and have a happy trading. For tomorrow, we are going to have some more updates with David about the newest websites, and also I'm going to present the remaining 12 or so setups. And of course, depending on what's happening with the crazy workflow of AI and everything, who knows, we might have finally Claude Mythos, I believe it's called, by tomorrow, because I've seen some reports that's going to happen in the second half of April, which is going to be insane. I heard it has like 50 trillion parameters or something insane. I mean, Claude 4.6 has maximum 10 or something, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I mean, they also, the board at Anthropic, they created some cybersecurity group on which they included big players like Google, like Cloudflare and everything, just to be sure that they are safe against a AI trying to attack them, which is insane. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to stay here for a couple of moments just in case you do have any questions about David I'll be more than happy to answer them. Did you check if I can copy bots from Strategy Factory into TradingView? So yes, TG, based on your access, I believe you're not in the Elite Backtesters group. Let me just share with you the Elite Backtesters room inside Discord. If you wish to learn a little bit more about the Elite Backtesters, you can, as of now, get access to the TradingView strategies, try to optimize them on a crypto pair coin that you want to, if you want to create for yourself a strategy. And if you want to get access to everybody else's settings to download them as a TradingView chart, you must apply for the Elite Backtesters. And as soon as this month would end, for example, I believe the next refresh would be on 1st of May. Yes, that's correct. So within that Friday, you can apply and become an Elite Backtester and, of course, have access to everybody else's charts as the rules behind all of our bots. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, if not, I would like to wish you a very good day. Let me just share with everybody the next future event that's going to happen tomorrow at a similar time. There you go. Let me just share it over YouTube and X as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If there are no other questions, thank you very much for being here inside the show. And I would like to wish you a very good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much for being here.